What's up, people? Today we're going to talk about an incident that happened to a member of this Jeep club that I belong to on Facebook. And we're going to talk about his incident. I'm going to show you a picture of the back of his car, what his employer told him about it, and the responses that he received online. Okay, so this isn't meant to judge this individual for his choices, but I will give an opinion on it myself because everyone's going to have an opinion on it. But here's the picture in the corner of your screen. I'm going to blur out his license plate. And it says, "I eat milk and cookies." I giggle at that because it's funny, but it's tacky, okay? It is super tacky that you, as a grown individual, would put something that tacky on your car. If you're a teenager or like a young guy, I get it. Maybe he is. Maybe he's a young guy. It's funny to me. I'm laughing at it, but it's tacky. So this is his dilemma, all right? And I'll read you exactly what he wrote that went along with this picture. "My boss told me to remove this or I cannot park at the lot they own. So I need an idea to cover it." This sparked such a debate. And every stupid individual with four-wheeled Jeeps came out of the woodwork. I normally never talk about these type of posts, but this was unbelievable. There were so many people charging into battle, holding the American flag and screaming the First Amendment right. You have a First Amendment right. Ah! You have a First Amendment right to put that on your vehicle. But you do not have the First Amendment right to keep it on your vehicle or park your vehicle on company property. If the company tells you to take it off, turn down the air conditioner, or park somewhere else, they have every right to say that. You don't have to take it off, but you're not allowed to park it on their private property. The First Amendment does not protect you from your employer. Let me say that a little louder for the stupid ones in the back. The First Amendment does not protect you from your employer. I should write it out in crayon. But this First Amendment debate is it's crazy. I mean, and a lot of people really didn't read what he wrote. I'll take this individual's. Ross wrote, "I'd file this under free speech. Tell me where it says in their company policy that this is a violation." You make be sitting on a lawsuit, gold mine. His words, not mine, okay? I guess he went, "You may be sitting on a lawsuit, gold mine." No, okay? Many companies have a policy in place, you know, and you can check with your HR department if you're unsure of it, that lets you know if they deem something inappropriate. They can tell you you can't wear it. You know, they try to keep people from wearing political attire, especially in the business world. That will incite these type of debates and arguments. However, if they suddenly decide to tell you, "Hey, that's inappropriate because it's our policy, we just made it right now," you have to take it off or you can't park on the lot. It's private property, okay? The First Amendment does not protect you from your employer. I have to say that again because I know you weren't paying attention the first time I said that. The First Amendment only protects you from persecution by your government, all right? So I highly suggest people read or have somebody read it to them like a bedtime story, what the First Amendment actually does. Now, it's debatable, okay, and it's opinion, whether or not that sticker is tacky. I laughed at it because it's funny, but it's still tacky. Do I care that this guy drives around with a Jeep that says, "I eat milk and cookies"? No, I would laugh if I saw it in traffic because I don't get offended at something as dopey as that. But when it comes to stupidity, I'm highly offended at stupid people. All these people charging into battle with Old Glory over their shoulder with the First Amendment. Wrong. You're wrong. The second you walk into your job, your place of employment, your First Amendment, that Old Glory It's stuck outside the parking lot in your car, out of sight, out of mind, because you don't have protection under the First Amendment from the things you say and do in the workplace. Now, I'm being serious here, okay, for a minute. I've been a little facetious with this topic, but I'm being serious. Please know, before you start rambling off your amendments, what they actually are, all right? And what you can and cannot be, I don't want to say the word prosecuted or held accountable for. You know, you cannot say whatever you want in the workplace. You can't be offensive, which is also subjective, but you cannot use derogatory comments, racial slurs, political statements on your outer garments. Now, some of you are probably getting ready to type really hard, engage that caps lock and say, but I see it all the time, everywhere I go. Oh, there's so many liberals out there. I'm not one of them. I hate to break the news to you. I'm not one of these liberals. I'm just trying to tell you what the facts are. But before you engage your caps lock on your laptop or your PC and you start telling me about the liberal left and all this other crazy crap that had nothing to do with the First Amendment, most companies, most big corporations are conservative, if you haven't noticed by now. So before you start crying about liberals and what they're doing, it's conservative corporations we're dealing with. They're the ones that are telling you what you can and can't do. They're the ones that don't want to give you raises if you're not in a union shop. Tightwads. Companies are tightwads. They don't want to pay, and they don't want to. They don't want this freedom of expression in the workplace. Liberals are the complete opposite. A liberal person doesn't give a shit about a tacky sticker. That's if you look up the definition of liberal and conservative, you'll be surprised. Some of you are using your terms incorrectly. They don't care. They are not offended by stickers like that. Most conservatives aren't offended by stickers like that. Like I said, I laughed at it. I thought it was tacky as hell. I don't care how old you are. I'm like, really? You put that on your Jeep? Really? That's what we're doing? You eat MILF and cookies? Do you? Do you really now? Okay. All right, whatever. But it's his choice. However, it's also the employer's choice to tell him not to park the car in their company parking lot. So both are right. He has the right to say, my car, my sticker. The boss gets to say, cool, my parking lot, my parking space. So they're both right. I just wanted to point out all this stupid, First Amendment nonsense. You are not giving up your rights, people. The world is not leaning more liberal now. These are conservative companies with strict guidelines and rules that have been in place for many decades. They're going to continue to be in place because companies lean conservatively. It's just the way it is. Currently, there are super PACs right now. I'll give you a little bit more information for you. There are super PACs right now in red states that are pushing right-to-work legislation. You ever hear of that? You know what that is? Right to work is a fancy term for they want you to be able to go into a closed shop, meaning a union-held company, and opt out of paying union dues, but still get that union protection. Wow, that's awesome. You mean I don't have to pay union dues, but they still have to protect me and represent me? Yes, that's what right to work means. But you know why right to work was designed? It was designed to destroy labor unions. Serious now. Because if so many people start opting out of paying their union dues, then those small locals start to go bankrupt. And then they get absorbed into multiple locals that are closing have to be absorbed into one local until they go bankrupt. And when the labor union goes bankrupt, we will go back in history to a time before the labor union fought to get you your Labor Day, your 7-day work week, your OSHA protections. These are things you fail to remember because nobody ever pays attention in history class. So before you start running off about First Amendment rights, look into them. Before you start questioning what is happening in the world, look into it. A lot of you live under a rock. This was just a great topic to talk about because I am amazed at how many of my fellow Americans do not even understand the rights that they are so proud to have. It's a shame. I mean, there's comments all through. Your bosses, and I can't even say that on here because it's a slur. Can't even say that. These people. Wow. So yeah. Here's another great one. Just make the F a K. That's simple. Or at least put a sticker over it until you're done work, you know. But yeah, that's all. Let me know what you think below. Let me know if you honestly believe, or if you had believed up until now, until you were educated, believed that you had the First Amendment right to say or do whatever you want in a private workplace. If I was the first person to ever tell you that that was wrong, let me know below. Oh, I'll take credit for helping bring you up to speed. Do I agree with it? No. But hey, it's a private business. If I owned a business, my rules are the highway. Same thing if you owned a business, or if you do own a business, it's your way or the highway. Nobody has gone out and knocking on your door and saying, we want you. And even if they do recruit you, let's say they did knock on your door and said, man, you know what? You're cool. We like those bugable jeans you wear, and that sweet ass hat. I don't wear bugable jeans. I'm just being facetious again, but we want you to work for us. And I said, cool. What do I got to do? And they're like, well, you just got to sign all these papers and agree to our terms. Well, okay. You agreed to work under their rules. It's no different. All right, listen, this has got long and drawn out. Let me know below what you think. I really want to hear your opinions below. Please, stupid ones among you, don't with the, you sound like a liberal. Farthest thing from the truth. Hello, Uncle Sam, I bleed red, white, and blue. But without the political nonsense, I don't care who you voted for or who you are going to vote for. I want to hear what your opinions are on this situation and this guy's tacky sticker. You may think it's cool and say, F his boss. That's your opinion. You can drop that below. I think it's funny. I also think it's tacky. And if he's going to park on private property, the boss has every right to tell him not to park there. Those are the rules. I don't have to like them, but you have to abide by them. And once, let me say this one more time for all the people that were still like drooling in the background. The First Amendment does not protect you from what you say and do in the workplace. It protects you from the government, okay? Please have somebody close to you educate you if you don't trust what I'm saying, or just Google it, look up on the information. And that part I am very serious about. Please know your rights, okay? All right, that's all I got. Do me a favor. Comment below. Hit like. Hit the bell. Click subscribe. Last but not least, you guys and girls all be safe. I'm out.